Another edition of After Drill. As you can see, we've shifted locales. You're in the beautiful programming office here at 1010XL. It's where I do all of my pretend work, as well as Big Country at the desk next door. It's where after the drill ends, I spend 2 hours looking like I'm working before I go home.
That's right.
It's a fun day on the drill today. Lauren Brooks sitting in with us, which is always good. By the way, I'm Beef. Hello, everyone. We'll be back tomorrow from his vacay to parts unknown. He has yet, Drew, I hit Dan up yesterday with a trade offer. Now, granted, neither one of us are actually in charge of our respective baseball clubs, so this is purely hypothetical. But I hit your dad up as the honorary general manager of the New York Mets. He's talked very much about
DeGrom involved.
His desire to get DeGrom out of New York, and Thor as well, because he feels like they're owed better. And I offered him.
I think DeGrom is owed better. I don't really care about Thor. Has been overrated.
I'll either do a 1-for-1, but I offered a straight 2-for-2.
Okay.
I offered a 2-for-2 of I offered Tyler Chatwood and Yu Darvish in exchange for DeGrom and Syndergaard. I feel like it's a win-win for both clubs. I feel like my club wins by getting rid of those two guys, and they also win by getting the other pitchers. You guys win by doing the right thing and getting DeGrom out of New York.
What was his response?
He hasn't responded yet, so I feel like it's probably, at least he's probly trending no, but I'm waiting to hear the official. I want to hear it officially from the horse's mouth.
That's fair.
It's up to him as the honorary GM of the New York Mets. It was a fun day. LeBron Watch 2018 continues here on the drill. We're watching it every step of the way. The latest wrinkles yesterday, Sir Charles Barkley coming out saying that he feels as though LeBron will not sign with the 76ers.
By the way, what happened yesterday when they said, LeBron's going to inform the Cavaliers?
Yeah, nothing happened. And Kevin Durant, in an interview on Jimmy Kimmel, said that he doesn't think LeBron would be coming to Golden State. Also added that some guys may be afraid to join that club. Not everyone is as courageous as Kevin Durant when he joined the Warriors.
Somebody took a dig at him. I didn't get to even listen to the whole thing at the parade. Who was that?
The general manager took a dig at him. But I mean, Durant, look, you say what you will about Kevin Durant, but 2 years ago, he courageously left Oklahoma City and joined a team that had only won 73 games the year before.
That he had blown a 3-1 lead against the Western Conference Finals.
he it was hard for him. A lot of guys would shy at that situation. Wilt.
I think
not Kevin Durant.
I think Durant is more hated than LeBron for his move. We got a comment?
What?
What did it say?
I don't know. Something about wanting me, and I agree. I want me too. What else is going on, Drew?
This is PG-13 trending to R here on Post-Drill, After Drill.
It's the after 9 o'clock nasty, man. Anything goes here on YouTube Live.
That's right.
It's the final day of mini camp for the Jaguars. Under the Coughlin watch, you don't get any of these shenanigans where the last day of mini camp is, you go play putt-putt. So they'll get out there. They'll get some work in.
Look at after it.
We didn't talk a lot about this on the show today, but there was a video that popped up. It was about an 8-minute documentary about Jalen Ramsey that popped up.
UCF Jaguar loves the show.
Thank you,
UCF Jaguar.
We got one.
We're really building a brand here. Spread the word.
Tell your friends, tell your family. Vote early, vote often.
I know we're not. I mean, we might be considered mainstream at this point.
Yeah, I don't want to be mainstream though. I like to be left of center.
Oh yeah,
we're about 80% fake news here on After Drill.
That's right.
They had this documentary video on Jalen Ramsey. You can find it online. It's all over the place on Twitter. But it was about an 8-minute documentary about Jalen Ramsey and about kind of his approach, how he works out, and his relationship with his dad. His dad kind of orchestrates all his workouts, and his dad is a big, big part of his life. And it was fascinating to watch because there was a lot of hand-wringing about Jalen not being at OTAs, and there was a lot of hemming and hawing about should he be with his team, is he going to be ready, is he going to be up to speed, is he going to be fine. I don't think anybody worried about Jalen coming in shape, but there were some questions about whether he should be there. But when you watch the way Jalen works and you watch the way Jalen works with his dad, I think it would alleviate a lot of the hand-wringing and questions about Jalen Ramsey being prepared and being ready for any given NFL season. The guy trains like an absolute animal, and that was nothing different watching that documentary that popped up yesterday on Twitter.
You love to see that from those guys who obviously Jalen's had a ton of success early on in his career, but he remembers what got him there, so he goes back and he trains the same exact way.
I mean, the same exact way, the same workouts, the same grind. He goes back to Smyrna and he just gets after it. And if that's what's going to get him to where he already is, which is a premier corner in the NFL, arguably the best corner in the NFL, if that's what's going to keep him at that level, then great. Yeah. Godspeed, Jalen. Go do it. Wear the crown. Long live the king. So the Jags, after minicamp session number 3 today, will break for a long time. It'll be about 6 weeks.
Nothing that's never really made sense to me, by the way.
Yeah, it's weird. They'll break for about 6 weeks before coming back for training camp in mid to late July, and we're less than 2 months away from real football. I mean, it's preseason football, but still real football is less than 2 months away. So it's football season's barreling down on us, man. It's right around the corner.
Thank God, really.
The World Cup starts today. Neat. Moving on.
Should have opened the show with the traditional new song.
The new World Cup jam from somebody in Will Smith. I can't even remember who it was. Was it Lil Yachty? I can't remember. It was someone and Will Smith did the official World Cup song. U.S. Open also starts today.
Something like that.
Jock Jams?
Jock Jam.
Yeah,
Who knows?
Stadium Jams. The U.S. Open also starts today. We'll see what happens out there.
Rough start already.
Rough start for some of the guys out there. Rough start for Jeff's guy, J-Day. Jeff had been riding an incredible streak in the golf picks. He'd nailed three straight winners in the golf picks. And his guy, kind of the guy he was hot on this week was J-Day, and J-Day's off to a bad start.
In his own words,
it's early.
He read his own press clippings a little too much.
He did. He got high on his own supply, and it did not go well right now. At least early on, it's not looking good for J-Day. There's time to rebound, but not looking good early on.
Right.
The station will have leaderboard updates hourly throughout the tournament, starting at about midday today, but we'll have it all through the weekend, including Saturday, Sunday. So we'll keep you up to speed on the U.S. Open as it unfolds, and the World Cup we'll keep you up to speed as well. I know jack squat about soccer, and I don't care about it. I don't know where you fall on the soccer.
I don't care.
Yeah, spectrum. So if you're here for like the Soccer Insight guys, it's okay. What's this?
He doesn't like soccer, yet he likes golf. Come on now. UCF Jaguar.
Yeah, well, I mean, UCF Jag.
UCF Jag, do you just want to go ahead and link up with us here? Let's just do it. Have a nice show together.
Well, here's the thing about golf and soccer. One, I enjoy golf because I like playing it. The times in my life I played soccer, I hated it, and the times in my life I watched soccer, I hated it even more. So
you want to know where my love for soccer in any capacity is? You ever played FIFA?
Yeah,
it's really all anything I know about soccer, anything I even like about soccer. It's like I can play about a game or two of FIFA,
and even that I'm like, yeah, that's fine. I'll just throw on 2K. I'm good.
Yeah, I'd rather play 2K, Madden, the show, any of them.
I know there's a lot of people who love FIFA. And there's a lot of people who love soccer, man. But honest to God, we had this. Jeff asked this question the other day when I think it was Tuesday when Lauren was in with Tyler and Jeff and I, and we were talking about if it was a Saturday afternoon and you had the choice of what to watch, and the World Cup final was on, or a multitude of other things, what would you be inclined to watch? Jeff's example was, would you watch a regular season Major League Baseball game?
I would watch a regular season.
Or the World Cup final.
I wouldn't even think twice about it.
It wouldn't even be.
I would watch the terrible Mets.
Right. I would watch a game featuring two teams I could give a damn about. I would watch like the Mariners and Rangers on a Saturday afternoon before I watch the World Cup final. That's just me. I just don't care. I can't get excited about soccer. There's a lot of people who love soccer, and that's great. I get it. It's the biggest sport in the world. I'm not debating that. I'm not arguing it. It's just, for me, bores me to death. And I was talking with Lauren today, and she said, you would think somebody who really loves hockey would really love soccer, but I love hockey. I love watching hockey. I'll watch regular season hockey. I'll watch playoff hockey.
Playoff hockey is the best, man.
It's the best. I love hockey. There's not a correlation to me between the two. They don't.
How could anyone make a correlation just because there's
a
net?
Know. I guess because there's a net and they're low scoring. I don't know. It was lost on me. Jeff even said if they flopped in hockey like they did in soccer, the games would take 6 hours.
That's true.
Because it's a very physical sport. The World Cup will roll on, and eventually somebody will win, and that'll be cool. I adopted Sweden because we had to adopt somebody. And look, I've been very honest. I love a lot of things that come out of Sweden. Meatballs are great. ABBA was terrific.
I'll go ahead and plant my flag in Belgium right now. That's
I love to shop at IKEA, so I figured, what the hell, let's get on Sweden. I've heard great things about Volvos, so I figured
great things. Great things.
So what the hell? Let's go with Sweden. Yeah. But we'll keep it trucking here on the drill. It's LeBron Watch Day 4 will be on us tomorrow. What will the news cycle bring us in LeBron Watch? I don't know, but I can't wait. I know that according to the Vegas odds, the Lakers have sort of slid into the favorite position now on the gambling odds to land the services of King James. They even moved so far into the favorite spot that they're the only team in the minus range. I think Stick said they were like minus 110, and the next closest team was, I believe, Cleveland at like plus 400. So it was a big swath of
and like we always say, whenever odds shift like that, they typically know something. When they shift like that,
somebody knows something, or they're reading the tea leaves, they're trying to get some action going in one direction. But the Lakers right now, a heavy favorite to land LeBron James. So we'll see. I would feel like if LeBron James was going to go to LA, it would have to be with someone. He's not going to LA.
No, definitely.
To saddle up.
Yeah.
Lonzo and
let me mentor Lonzo and Kuzma.
Yeah, let me play peacekeeper through their beef.
Yeah, let me be a part of their next diss track.
Their next diss track. They can talk about my kids on their next diss track.
Great.
Which, by the way, I heard the Lonzo diss track. It was very.
Is that
very
real?
tame.
Is that real, by the way, or is that like are they just screwing with each other?
They're by all accounts they're friends. I've had some people say that they're not friends. By all accounts, Lonzo Ball and Kyle Kuzma are friends. They're boys. They like to get after each other. They like to give each other a hard time. Lonzo might have gotten a little personal in the diss track, talking about the dad and not knowing who your dad is.
It was a little much.
It was a little personal, especially on a very well produced diss track. But
he really took his time with
high end, high quality diss track.
He was taking notes throughout the year.
For just taking shots at your boy. It was very personal. So the Lakers, even to that end, had to step in and be like, "Yo, what the hell, dude? Let's pump the brakes on this for a minute." I get it. You guys like to give each other a hard time, but how about, I don't know, you fill his locker full of shaving cream or something. Maybe don't put out the high end well-produced beat track, the diss track, and send it out to all 8 million of your Twitter followers.
Right.
So I don't think LeBron wants to get in the middle of that. I have a feeling that roster will be a serious shakeup if LeBron decides that's the place he wants to go. There will be some serious moving and shaking. I wouldn't be surprised to see Chris Paul wind up out there. I wouldn't be surprised to see Paul George maneuver his way out there. I wouldn't be surprised to see in a couple years whether it's Klay Thompson or Kawhi, somebody maneuver their way out there. I thought it was interesting, the story that broke yesterday, that the Celtics actually tried to trade for Kawhi in February.
Really?
But it didn't. The Spurs shot down the offer and never countered. So they really weren't interested in dealing Kawhi. It's almost like,
what if they could dump Kyrie for Kawhi, and then LeBron could go to Boston with Kawhi and Tatum and.
It was weird. It felt like the Spurs, even though there was this weird fractured relationship with Kawhi, it feels like they always felt like it was reparable.
I think they still think they can.
I think they feel like they could fix it. I feel like they knew it was kind of. I don't want to say it was a lost season because they were still a playoff team. They knew they weren't a contender. And I think they felt like, if Kawhi's going through some weird thing right now, let's just ride it. Let's let Kawhi go through his weird-ass thing, and we'll figure it out. And, now, Pop, it seems like, word's starting to filter out. Woj, I think it was this morning, came out and said that Pop probably won't coach the Spurs past the 2020 Olympics. Like, he's going to coach the Spurs for 2 more years, and then he'll coach the Olympic team in 2020.
I do wonder where Kawhi...
he may, at that point, kind of ride off into the sunset.
Is Kawhi and Pop's relationship part of the problem? Is it management? Those are some of the questions
Kawhi's an odd bird, man. Kawhi's,
You thought maybe that's why they were perfect for each other,
It's weird how the Spurs have seemed to find themselves with a couple of the last 2 generations' most enigmatic superstars. Because Tim Duncan was a very weird guy. He was very... he was very kept to himself. His personal life was his personal life. You never heard a lot about Tim Duncan. He never spoke out in the media. Tony Parker, outside of being married to Eva Longoria, you didn't hear a whole lot of his.
Manu.
But but Tim Duncan was a very, very withdrawn superstar, and Kawhi seems to be that even more so. Yeah. I mean, Kawhi seems to be very, very...
I mean, before this, you didn't hear anything
Kawhi is in his own life, and what he does on the basketball court is the public's business, and nothing else about his life is, which is very odd for a megastar in this league. They're so visible, and they seem to be so embracing of being visible that the top flight guys, they're commercial guys, and they're public figures, and they embrace the stage that they're on, and Kawhi seems to shun all of that. He doesn't want any of that. I remember reading something about Kawhi, this was a couple years ago, but after he'd gotten his max deal in San Antonio, that early on, he was a late first round pick. He wasn't a lottery guy.
Mm-hmm.
Early on in his career with the Spurs, he got a deal with like a wing place, like a wing chain. And one of the things he got was just like a card for like free wings once a week. And even after
I'll just take him once a week.
Even after he signed his max deal, he rolled up on the wing joint every week to get his wings because it's like
I like hearing about stuff like that.
It's cool, but it's like he's a weird guy that way. He's an odd bird, and I can see how he San Antonio is the right kind of market for him. So I can see how he wants to make that work. I don't know if he wants to be in a Boston or an LA. Right. I don't know if that suits Kawhi Leonard. I could be wrong, but you know, I just from observing him from afar, it doesn't feel like he's the type of guy that would want all that spotlight and all that pressure being the guy on a big market team on a huge stage.
Right.
But we'll see. I mean, Kawhi takes a backseat right now. It's the summer of LeBron. Until LeBron decides where he's going to go. Everybody else is
everything dictates on where LeBron goes, obviously. Paul George and all that.
Right. LeBron stirs the drink, and whatever LeBron decides he wants to mix into his drink, whether it's a splash of Kawhi or a dash of Chris Paul, whatever it is, that's what LeBron wants, and that's what he's going to get. We'll see if it's in LA, if it's in Cleveland, if it's in Boston, if it's in Philadelphia, if it's in a location we don't even know about yet. Because, I mean, look, Miami was a dark horse when LeBron signed there in 2010. People were talking about Miami.
I know.
People were, I remember leading up to it, I mean, 24 hours out from the decision, everybody thought it was Chicago. Everybody thought it was the Bulls that was going to get LeBron because they had a good roster and a good team, much like this Philly team now that everybody's linking him to. It's a good young roster, good group that having that one megastar presence you think would put them up into that super upper echelon team. And, so it wouldn't be surprising if there's some... it's not a out of the blue type team. It's not like he's suddenly going to go, no.
That's why you think.
Turns out I'm going to Memphis.
Like I think he knew he was going to Miami almost the whole time,
but
and
no one was
he's throwing out feelers. I think to kind of help him.
Yeah, he met with everybody. He met with a lot of teams, and I think that's what he's going to do this time through as well. I think he's going to meet with a lot of teams. He's going to meet with the teams that have the cap space. He's going to meet with the teams that have the means to maybe reshape their roster around him, which means he's going to meet with the Lakers. He's going to meet with the Sixers. He's going to meet with the Celtics. He'll meet with the Heat. He'll meet with I think he'll meet with the Spurs. I think because that could still work. He may meet with the Clippers too. I'm not sure who else he may meet with outside of that. I don't think there's anybody else that makes a whole lot of sense for LeBron.
No.
Between whether it's where their team's at or the amount of flexibility they have. I know Jeff threw out Milwaukee once as kind of a just like, what about this? But I mean, they've got some nice pieces, but I don't see Milwaukee being a place that LeBron thinks
goes to.
is that much better than going to Cleveland, man. Right. Like, why leave Cleveland to go to Milwaukee?
Yeah.
So we'll keep watching LeBron. We're gonna monitor LeBron until he makes a decision. We're gonna stay on it, man. Like glued to the LeBron news because I am into it, man.
I mean, I'm itching just to get back on my phone right now and see if anything's happening.
See if anything news come out. LeBron Watch 2018. It's real. We'll keep you up to speed, gang, and we'll be back tomorrow. Dan Hicken is back tomorrow. Enjoy the screaming and yelling at 7. Enjoy the singing at 9. Enjoy Jeff losing his mind numerous times in between. And we'll be back tomorrow at 10 for another edition of After Drill. Bye, Googans!